just wanted to do a little video today because I have been getting so many comments on my videos about what does this card mean? I'm going to explain to you a little bit about my own journey and how my own journey has been your own journey. And if you're there and you're thinking, what does this mean? Then you're at that place that I was a very long time ago. My passion and my purpose, more than anything in the world, is to kind of get this point across. It's a burning, burning, burning issue for me and for you as well. If you are feeling like, what does this card mean? Now, I get it, yeah, that if you are there and you're asking, what does this mean or what does that mean? You are where I used to be. Now, when I say I used to be, I'm talking about when I was 14. I'm 40 now, okay? When I was 14, I got seriously into the tarot. And what does this card mean? And what does that card mean? And the reason that I wanted to know was that I wanted the tarot to tell me what I wanted to hear. And all that I developed was obsessive compulsive disorder to such a level that I ended up in A&E having my stomach pumped. And when I came out from the hospital, I was like, that's it. I'm staying away from tarot and I'm staying away from Prozac. And I did. I changed my life inside me. I changed it. I found something inside of me. But then I became pregnant at the age of 20 and something possessed me. I don't know what it was, to do a reading. And in the reading, and I'm not going to tell you what the cards are or anything like that, but in the reading, I saw that I was going to lose the child. And I was like, that's it. I'm never doing tarot again. And if I don't tell anyone and I don't do the tarot again, then this won't happen. Because I was living in this fear of prediction all the time. And the power of the doom of that and the fear of that was awful. And the attachments around it was so painful. And actually, I did lose my daughter, Lauren. She was born, and I had 4.5 amazing, glorious months with her. But she was born with a serious terminal condition called Edwards syndrome, and she passed at 4.5 months. And after that, I was like, that's it. Okay, so I've got nothing left to lose here. I might as well tell people what what it was that I did and what it was that I saw, and I got nothing left to lose. And I expect they'll just say, well, that was stupid. Don't do that again. But they didn't. They asked me to read for them. And I was really resistant. But practically every person I told asked me to read for them. And I was like, what the heck is going on here? And I couldn't escape the feeling that maybe I was here to help people live through what they had to live through. And so I studied the tarot. I went on a course and I learned how to connect with them from your heart, from your soul, how to understand each card as if it's a person in its own right, because that's what they are. They're a person or a world or a universe in their own right. They don't just mean one thing, okay? Like you don't just say one thing over and over and over again. You are a limitless person who's always changing, who's always evolving. And that is every single card of the tarot for you, okay? So then I opened my own centre in South London. It was right next door to a methadone clinic and 2 minutes walk away from one of London's largest psychiatric units. And knowing that the tarot attracts people in their dark times, I have my work cut out. Like, my first client asked me where her physical head was. And I knew I had to have a very strict code for reading. Positivity, not negativity. Now, that doesn't mean sugarcoating. That is different. Okay, I will never ever sugarcoat. What positivity from negativity means is that you see everything in life as a silver lining, that you look for the gift in every single experience. Because if you don't know how to find that gift in every single experience, then God help anybody that you read for. Healing, not prediction. Okay. So if we go back to Plato and Socrates, they talk about how it is absolute lunacy to try and work out the world when you haven't worked yourself out. And that is what the gift of the tarot is really about. It's not about fortune telling, believe it or not. It's not about prediction. It's not about what does this card mean. It's not about controlling the world outside of you. It's a mirror of what is going on inside of you. Yeah, instead of will he come back to me, ask, what is it I need to learn in myself to have better relationships? Instead of will I get that job, ask, what is it I need to work on in myself to give myself better career prospects? Instead of am I going to get this house? Ask, where is it I need to be in order to flourish in my life? It's got to be all about you. The mirror is you. You're looking in the card and it is showing you. Okay. So even if you do see an affair in the cards, basically all you're seeing is what you're feeling deep down inside. And if you're feeling that deep down inside, that's the issue, and that's what needs to be worked on. Purpose here in the world is to show people that the tarot isn't about prediction. It's not about reading. It's about learning how to use it as a spiritual development practice. Yoga, you think pose. Reiki, you think healing. Tarot, you think reading, but they all have a spiritual practice deep down inside. And if you just keep going from reading to reading, from reader to reader, and believe me, I've been there, I've worked in so many different reading companies, and you see the phone ring and it's the same person, they've gone to the next one because they didn't like what they heard from you. Basically stop. Please stop. That is never actually going to give you the answers you need. All the time you are looking outside of yourself, all you're doing is you're getting addicted, you're getting into obsessive compulsive disorder, you might as well be gambling, you're throwing your money away and also your value, you're damaging your own intuition and your own self-esteem. And this might not be a popular video, and you know what, I'm past caring, because this needs to change. Yeah, that's a very sick, unhealthy way of being. It needs healing, and this needs to be healed. It's not what tarot's about, guys. What it's about is going, okay, this is an amazing gift. It's the gods and the goddesses appearing here in front of my eyes to give me messages about myself. To know thyself is the greatest wisdom of all. And the tarot helps us. It's such a gift, an incredible gift to do that. But if you go from reading to reading and reader to reader and YouTube to YouTube, and what does this mean? And will he come back to me? You're in hell. And that is where you're going to stay until you wake up and see that that is not the way. And I know I've been there, I've done it. And now I work with a lot of people that come to me because their trust is broken, their intuition is broken, and their self-esteem is broken because they've been in that cycle and it's left them with nothing inside of themselves. You are worth more than that. The tarot is worth more than that. And if you're ready to break that cycle, come through to me now and we can do this. Okay, just click on that link of how to really read the tarot below and come through to me, and I can help you. I can help you recover. You can be a recovering psychic, yes, but the most important thing about psychic work is that you work on your self-esteem. It's not that you work on your intuition. Every time you make a bad decision, it's because you're coming from a low self-esteem. And if you're going there, giving your power away to fortune-telling psychics and phone lines and what does this mean and what does that mean and round and round and round and round, your reservoirs of self-esteem are going down and down and down and down and down. So part of the work we do is actually to build your self-esteem right back up. And as you build your self-esteem up, your intuition goes up alongside. But usually what happens is people get they get traumatized. Okay, they get traumatized and they look for the tarot for healing. And what actually happens is, as their self-esteem goes down, the trauma goes up. And as their psychic development goes up with the trauma, there's more crisis that happens. It's not a healing path. Okay, and if you want to change this now and get into really what it's about, which is about honoring the flow, honoring the divine rhythms, and feeling the faith in them and letting go and trusting them and knowing that they have amazingness in store, even though you don't know what that could possibly be because you're a human and this is something far greater, and that's the magic in life. And letting go and trusting and being in that beautiful place of surrender and not obsessively trying to work out what this means or what's going to happen, or if you've had enough of that. And you'll only come through to me when you've had enough of that, because people ask me for readings all the time. And when I say this, they don't want to know, because, you know, they don't want that type of reading. You have to be in that place where you're going, oh, actually, I've had enough of this way of being. I want to be in that place of gorgeous self-esteem where my intuition is working alongside and where I'm feeling in tune with the rhythms of nature and that I don't need to control anything. If that sounds like a better way of being, then it's time. And I'd love to speak to you. So you can click below and we can take it from there. Bye for now.